Hi, Pastor Nathan Decker with your hashtag Better Together devotion for today. And this week I'm talking about time in the Bible because the Bible, as many other stories, takes advantage of time and manipulates time many times so that it can tell the story the way that they want to tell the story. This is very true in the Gospels. So if I was to ask you on a quiz, how many years did Jesus do his ministry? Well, you might say 3 years. That's the most common answer I hear. But the reality is, it depends on what gospel you are reading as to how many years Jesus is up to stuff. So if you're reading the Gospel of Mark, Jesus only goes and has Passover one time, which indicates to us that that happens within 1 year. And this makes sense for the Gospel of Mark because the Gospel of Mark's in a really big hurry. He wants Jesus to get to the end. In fact, it's in the present tense and it's rushing through 12 chapters to get to the moment where they can talk about Holy Week. And then it slows down for 4 chapters. Mark wants to get there quickly, so it makes Jesus have a ministry of 1 year. On the other hand, Matthew's gospel, it's okay if it's a little longer because Jesus has got a lot of teaching he's got to do. So Matthew's gospel has Jesus go to Jerusalem 3 times for the Passover meal. And this indicates that there's a 3-year ministry happening. Now, on the other hand, the Gospel of Luke has Jesus begin his ministry at his birth, blessing Anna and Simeon, blessing others around him, blessing people beyond that. As he comes of age as a 12-year-old boy, he goes into the temple and begins teaching, and they're astounded by his teaching. Jesus begins his ministry early. And then you go to the Gospel of John, and you want to talk about far out there. Jesus' ministry begins before time begins. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The Word is Jesus. He predates all time. His ministry has been going on for all time, before time even began. You see, what I'm saying is that every gospel has its own understanding of time. Every gospel has its own development and understanding of what God is up to in the midst of our time. Some of them are in a hurry. Some of them are taking their time. Some of them see all of life as precious and wonderful. Some of them see a cosmic battle and a reality happening that is amazingly beyond anything we as human beings could ever imagine. God is at work. The infinite, timeless, eternal God works within the finite, time-filled, mortal world. Take a moment today and imagine what God is up to within your life. Maybe he's in a hurry. Maybe he's taking his time. Maybe there's something happening that you can't understand because it's so far out of our thinking. It's so cosmic. Maybe it's just your ordinary life, and it matters, and it's making a difference. Follow Jesus and be better together in the time that you have been given. Amen.